cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. We hold this.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Here we go.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Off the play fake. Jennings going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Off-play action. Jennings rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
6-man.
Off the bootleg. Jennings will find Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a third down. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here in the Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Sliding out of the pocket. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we are at halftime here. And okay, so much for halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Saquon Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off the play fake. Jennings. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Echo. 56 is the mic. Come on, D. 56 the mic.
Off play action. Jennings going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 1, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got just pin their ears back.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the run, it's Barkley, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Off the bootleg, Jennings. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. He'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Garoppolo now. It's caught by Funchess. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Garoppolo now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Garoppolo looks to throw.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Funchess has it complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Bass. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw. Jennings. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Jennings going for Metcalf into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,